it definitely feels good to have another number one, and for this one to be, my first single off of the Blown Away album, to have it be successful right off the bat is really important, because you want to have really great momentum going, so you can build off that and hopefully have a long album life. So it's exciting to be here and be sharing this with two of my friends that I got to write with. So it's good.
Carrie, and I don't want to force you into a position of sounding like you're whining about it in some way, but I saw 7 of your number ones you have co-written, which surprised me. I didn't know it was that many. Do you think sometimes that you don't get as much credit as a songwriter as maybe you do for everything else you do?
I've never really stopped to think about, I would love for people to know, when any artist has a hand in writing a song that they sing. That said, there's so many incredible songwriters in this town, and I'd be so completely stupid to ignore all their stuff to try and go do everything myself. I want the best album, and it's always wonderful when good things happen, and when you get to number one, and if you had something to do with that number one as a writer, then that's even better. But I'll take the love wherever it comes, whenever it comes, and not worry about any recognition I'm not getting for whatever reason. So, yeah.
So you okay with us going back and forth, or do you want to throw it in? Okay. And this looked like it was a really fun video to make. I know you changed a gazillion times. You look beautiful in it. Talk about how fun the video was and kind of how you can relate to this.
Well, the Good Girl video was just all about having fun and getting to be a girl, and I got to kind of play these two characters. Kind of, I don't want to call them good girl, bad girl, because she wasn't a bad girl. Like, she was just very knowledgeable. She knew, and she was just trying to talk to this sweet, innocent girl and let her know what was going on. I definitely feel like I have been both girls. I've been the naive girl that's with a guy that she shouldn't have been with, and should have known better, should have been a little more not so blind, I guess. And I've been the friend that has been trying to tell her friend to stop it. You deserve so much better. And I feel like probably most ladies have been on both sides of that fence. So we are doing public service by singing this song and shooting this video. I like to look at it that way. We're helping the world.
Hey, Carrie, if you could do a duet, your next duet, you can pick anybody you want.
Gosh.
Anybody.
I'm really up for anything. I mean, there's so many amazing artists out there, and you can't force a duet. Like, I knew I always wanted to sing with Brad. But we couldn't force it. We couldn't just make it happen. We couldn't find the song for it. We couldn't, we didn't want to just sing any old song. We wanted to make it perfect, and when we found it, we got to sing it and do Remind Me together. So I'm really up for any future collaborations. It just depends on the timing and who it is and what the song is and all that.
Speaking of Brad, next week I guess CMA nominations come out, which makes me think you guys are about to host again. It's right around the corner. Number one, are you excited about that? Number two, do you feel like every year you guys are getting more comfortable in that role?
Well, this will be our 5th year hosting the CMA Awards, and we wouldn't keep doing it if we didn't have so much fun doing it. It's fun to get together and talk about everything. I do feel like every year we get better and more comfortable in our roles as hosts, and hope that they'll keep having us back. As long as we can do it. It'll be fun this year to see what we come up with, and we actually had a meeting yesterday to discuss all the initial things. There's so much that's going to happen and all that in the next couple months, but it's always nice to get together and just see what direction we're going to take things.
And the new album, we still have a little while before we're going to get to hear the rest of it. Anything you can tell us about it, new developments, this being the first single?
Well, this is, Good Girl's first single. Blown Away is currently playing on a radio near you, and about to go on tour and all that. I'm not sure what's going to happen past that. I try not to think too far ahead as far as what's going to be the next single, and it seems like everybody's always asking me what the next one is when I'm like, we're working on this one right now. But I'm really proud of this album as a singer, as a songwriter, as a performer, as an artist. I just feel like we all did a really great job of bringing something new to the table, and track to track, every track is different and special in its own way, and I can't wait to take it on the road, which we'll be doing in like 2 weeks. So very excited.
Nashville being.
Yeah, it's pretty early on in the tour as well, so I'm excited for the Nashville show. It always makes me nervous, though, playing in Nashville, because I know half of the audience, so it makes me nervous.
And do you have any new wrinkles, any new staging, anything you can tell us about the tour?
Wrinkles?
Not those
Excuse
kinds.
me? I what?
You have zero of those
Okay.
kind of wrinkles.
What do you mean, like,
I mean, like, are you going to fly in upside down, or, you know?
Maybe. I always look for creative ways to do things. You know, it is the Blown Away tour. I know it's probably going to sound cheesy, but I want people to leave saying, oh my gosh, I was, in fact, blown away. I just want people to have a great time, and there's so many songs on this album that are so visual. Like, you hear them, you can just see the story playing out in your head. So I don't want the visual stuff on the tour to slack. I want it to be what people see in their heads and just be there in front of them. So we worked really hard to just tell a really great story, and I do change clothes quite a bit because that's what I do. And it's so much fun to have different acts. You're not stuck in one thing, and I can put on shorts and I can put on these, you know, dramatic dresses and things like that. It's really important in telling the story. The whole visual stuff comes together. Yeah, I'm excited about all the gadgets we got.
Twisters?
Thank you.
Follow up on you.
Oh, no. Yeah, go ahead.
Follow up on his question. I got to see some really hot moves from you on the girl.
What'd I do?
Bad girl.
Oh.
And I want to know if you're going to do more dancing on your numbers, on your shows, on your videos. Are we going to see you dance more?
I mean, there's always, I can't stand still and sing. There's always something. I always look back on, even when I'm sitting down on a stool, like during an acoustic set, I'm always like bouncing around, like I just can't sit still. So there's always movement on stage, but I'm not a dancer. It's still a country concert, so I don't feel like the dancers on stage with me really fits the format at all. So, for me, it's all about the band, the music, and I don't want people to, I want to sing, and one cannot sing when one is like full out dancing. It's not physically possible, so yeah.